The truth is, those who are telling you that Illinois can tax less and spend less and still expect to fund education are simply not telling you the truth.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Only in Illinois, your weekly video recap from Reboot Illinois. I'm Madeline Dubeck here with Matt Dietrich, and we had quite a week. As Governor Quinn likes to say at every opportunity, let's make the will of the people the law of the land. He gave his budget speech this week, but right before he did, the Paul Simon Public Policy Institute put out some scientific survey results which shows the will of the people is that they want their taxes cut and they don't want any of their services cut.
Correct.
And that does not add up to a balanced budget.
But they do want waste cut. But Pat Quinn, in his budget speech, he wants to do the will of the people, but he's got a slightly different view, I think.
The truth is, Illinois is spending less, billions less, even as demands have grown. We cannot cut our way to prosperity. Today, I propose that we take the path that is honest and responsible. This comprehensive tax reform plan would maintain current income tax rates.
Very stark difference between his vision of the future and the GOP nominee, Bruce Rauner's.
Under Pat Quinn, unemployment in Illinois has risen more than any other state in America. He's defunded our schools, he's chased employers out of the state, and he's shredded our social services safety net, and raised our taxes through the roof to uncompetitive levels.
He says we need to let the tax rate drop as planned and make the cuts necessary, and there are cuts to be made, but Bruce Rauner hasn't specified where he thinks those are. Pat Quinn also talked about what he would not do.
I won't institute any new, unfair taxes on everyday services that working people rely on. I also won't tax retirement income. I will not.
He didn't bring up a progressive income tax.
No, and I think that might be an indication that it's generally accepted that this is just not, politically, it's just not going to happen this year.
But there's still another form of a progressive tax floating out there, Mike Madigan's millionaire tax.
For Illinois taxpayers that file an Illinois tax return and report an adjusted gross income of over $1 million, that there would be a 3% surcharge put on the money, the income over $1 million. We estimate that this 3% surcharge on the amount of money over $1 million would generate $1.050 billion. That money would be distributed to lower education, elementary and secondary districts.
And that's a much more easy political sell because it's only going to affect people who have income of $1 million a year or more, and because it eliminates the potential for money flowing into the general revenue fund and disappearing on who knows what. Any money that comes from this goes directly to school districts. As it's configured now, it would be $550 per student. Now, I'm sure there's going to be complaining because you're going to have affluent school districts getting the same $550 per student that very, very poor school districts get. But still, in principle, this is one that's going to be hard I don't envision it having much trouble getting through the House and Senate. It doesn't solve long-term education funding issues that the state's still going to have, but politically it's going to be hard to stop.
All right, so lots to keep track of. We hope you'll stay tuned and check out the next edition of Only in Illinois.